lot of people because he's as real as you can possibly get. You know, a lot of guys, while they may be great athletes inside the ring and will do whatever it takes to win, they like to put on a little bit of a show for the television camera, like to come out here and be someone that not necessarily they are. With Masada, this is what you see. What you see is what you get. He'll slap you in the face on the street just like he'll slap you in the face in the ring. He doesn't care. He has no remorse for anyone, and he only wants to further himself in professional wrestling. And a win here takes him to the World Television Championship.
I agree with you most wholeheartedly, but you saw Masada just there back off from Todd Sexton instead of taking the obvious cheap shot. Well, perhaps this is a maturity thing we're seeing here?
Sexton is hardly without his merits, but we know the history between these two men, and while their tempers may have flared a couple of times in recent weeks, they were former Wildside Tag Team Champions. They did spend a lot of time together. Todd Sexton, one of the best technical wrestlers in the sport today. The Technician is definitely an apt nickname, as this man can break you down from any body part. And once he locks his target in, once he cinches it in, and once he starts doing that damage, you might as well get ready for a trip to the hospital, because he's going to pop something out of place.
Somehow I have a hard time imagining Masada ending up in the hospital, even against with an opponent as gifted as the Technician, Todd Sexton, because we're dealing with two people here who are quite familiar with what the other one can do.
Well,
both in heinous and both in technical wrestling terms.
Well, definitely a historic episode of NWA Wildside in a sense. This is the first time these former Wildside Tag Team Champions have ever faced each other one-on-one in the ring.
Todd Sexton trying to slow the momentum down of Masada briefly.
Well, that is Sexton's strategy. He's always going to go for the more methodical pace because it suits his technique just right. It suits exactly. Wait a minute, Masada with a roll-up. Only a 2 count. Goes again for the Oklahoma roll there.
I guess in many respects, I mean, Todd Sexton is the thinking man's wrestler, and Masada is thinking about ripping the head of Todd Sexton right off his body. So they have something else in common. And a bit of show respect that Todd Sexton is not particularly respectful to the throng here at the NWA Arena.
Well, Sexton isn't here to make friends. He's here to win matches, and he's here to further his own career. And he said that on many occasions, and the fans don't like it, and a lot of people don't like it in Wildside, but that is the unfortunate truth for Todd Sexton. Masada taking a side headlock now has Sexton down on the ground.
Well, in all honesty, a number of the competitors who are backstage at the NWA Arena don't have a lot of friends. Obviously, their former ring announcers don't have many friends either. But the point being is that you're not going to be winning any popularity contest with your colleagues, with the fans here at ringside. Now, and speaking of popularity, who has just walked down the aisle on the southeastern corner of the building just outside of camera range? I don't believe the camera's picking up, but Jeff G. Bailey, of all people, is watching this match with considerable interest.
And it's very interesting. Bailey does have a history with both men dating back to the War Games of this year.
I'll bet it was a brief one.
It was a very brief one, but he is familiar with them. But why is he out here? Because right now he really doesn't have anything to do with him. Sexton now taking it to the outside of the ring. Looks like he may be injured. Well, and I do have to respect that on Mike Posey's behalf because this is an important contest. Wait a minute!
And Possum playing it, in fact, was Masada saw that one coming.
Did no good. Whoa, wait a minute. Yes, it did. The short arm scissors is locked in.
Todd Sexton instructing Masada to tap out, and now making his way down the ramp is Al Getz as well.
It's Jeff G. Bailey, and now Al Getz has also joined us. Don't know yet that our cameras have picked up Getz's presence.
Yep, Jeff and Al.
Now this is really interesting.
Because technically there's no affiliation with Bailey and Getz with either of these two athletes.
Well, I can tell you exactly what's going on here. If it's up to my speculation, with the heated rivalry that these two sides are experiencing, it looks like they may be recruiting a little bit of talent.
Could well be. I didn't believe that Getz Enterprises and the NWA Elite particularly needed talent at this juncture. Apparently, Bailey and Getz might beg to differ.
Well, that war must be heating up a lot harder than we know. But Sexton is just all over that arm of Masada. That is his chosen target. And you watch as he dissects it bit by bit. Masada does get the foot on the bottom rope, which will allow the breaking of the submission.
Masada realized there was no way of breaking that submission itself without going to the ropes. They'll take the rules to their, use it to the letter.
Sexton charges in. Masada ducks under, flips him to the apron. Sexton goes back to the top. Masada goes for a punch. Sexton counters. Sexton off the top. Dropping the knee to the back of the head. And now, so he's got the Sexton stretch. The Sexton stretch is locked. The arm has been brutalized. Will we see a first here and see Masada tap out?
That would in fact be a first. I don't know if Masada's even aware that his legs are very close to the bottom ropes. He's got an out, but with the pain that Masada must be enduring right now, that's got to be excruciating.
And he does make it to the ropes. He found his ring positioning. Sexton really taking advantage of the 5 count there and inflicting just a little bit more damage.
Todd Sexton finally sees Al Getz on the ramp.
Wait a minute, Masada, reversal. He's got him hooked. Cradle breaker.
That's breaking more than a cradle. That's a shoulder separator if I've ever seen it, as Masada slowly coming to his feet. Todd Sexton trying to shake something loose.
And Masada's got him up. Oh no, going for the Masada miser, no. Sexton with a monkey flip roll through, but he finds himself in a pinning predicament. No, he's up now. Looks Masada. Here comes the sharpshooter. In the middle of the ring.
And Sexton is sitting down deep, cinching down deep on that sharpshooter. No human being could withstand too much of this. Of course, Masada's not your typical human being. Masada awfully far away from any, and the leg strength of Masada was key into shoving Sexton away. But at what cost, though?
Masada's definitely feeling the effects, and Sexton is measuring him. Looks like the sweet chin music. No, Masada with a quick power bomb out of nowhere. Beautiful counter by the psychotic Branch Davidian.
Perhaps if Todd Sexton wanted to deliver a super kick, he wouldn't stomp his foot and perhaps alert his opponent. Masada's seen more than a few super kicks from his former tag team partner, the technician Todd Sexton, and a super kick of his own right on the bearded chin of Todd Sexton.
Masada learned that super kick the same place Todd Sexton learned it. Oh! Foot on the bottom ropes by Sexton. That may have saved in the match here. And Sexton now using the psychological. No, he's not. He's going to our chair.
Ain't nothing psychological about a steel chair. Todd Sexton's risking disqualification. That will take Sexton out of title contention here this evening.
Well, Sexton has become so obsessed. He's borderline demented in his quest to prove this conspiracy against him wrong. But now is it going to cost him even further? Exchanging blows. Oh, God! German suplex on the chair. I don't care who you are. That'll make you crap your pants and forget who you are for 5 minutes. And a super kick to the face. And that is going to do it.
And Todd Sexton finds himself #1 contender.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, the technician, Todd Sexton.
And I believe Destiny, isn't she 2-0 over Zero X? Oh, Zero X calls on the microphone. This will be a treat.
You have been nothing but a waste of my time.
A complete sentence from Zero X. That's remarkable. And pulling the air, Mike Posey telling Zero X that's not exactly how you treat a female. Wrestling.
She didn't do anything to you. Leave her alone.
You just made the biggest mistake of your life.
Zero X just slapped the referee, Mike Posey. Mike, cool your jets. Cool your jets, Mike.
More?
Oh dear, I don't think Mike Posey is a referee at the moment. Mike Posey just drop kicked Zero X.
Mike Posey.
Is this a Posey chant? God, it's come to this. Mike Posey just silenced Zero X.
At Christmas Chaos, Zero X will face Mike Posey.
Well, apparently the biggest mistake of Mike Posey's life, according to Zero X, has now resulted in a match for Christmas Chaos 2004-2005.
Mike Posey, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. And come Christmas Chaos, I'm gonna show you and the whole world the only thing you're good for is counting the 1, 2, 3. We're killing.
NWA Wildside. Look at this fearsome foursome. I mean, standing behind me, the man that is a freaking international superstar. You want to talk about the States? No! He's more than just the States. He's countries I can't even pronounce, like Portugal or Norwegian. This man has wrestled all over this freaking world. He's the incredible Jimbo, Blade Bob Rave, the man that at Christmas Chaos will destroy the two so-called institutes in Wildside, Jason Cross and AJ Styles, and prove he is the innovator of the Rave Clash. And to my right, my baby, and Fast Eddie, the man that is the longest reigning junior champion in the history of the whole company. A man that has been challenged by nearly everybody, and he's knocked them down. 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3. Oh, that totally rules. To my left, look at him, ladies. He is cool. Seth D's man. The dude that all the chicks totally did. And me, your host, I am the only 2-time Rookie of the Year in the history of any sport. Basketball, football, baseball, air hockey, water polo, you name it. I'm the only 2-time, flip that, 2-time back-to-back Rookie of the Year. And next week, we got a challenge with the Tomasellis, with Slim J, that guy you destroyed, and Jay Fury. And I totally think we're gonna dominate them. I mean, look.
I don't know, Sal. It might be kind of tough.
Well, dude, I never looked at it that way before. Sign? Oh, dude, I am so just kidding. We are
Sal, I'm not a freaking kid. How many freaking times I gotta say that?
I said kidding. We know you're not a kid, buddy. We know you're not a kid. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. He's a Jimbo man. And I'm a man that totally rules. And next week, in your main event, we are going to prove that the most important number here in Wildside